Hey guys, welcome to question MM412 of the Maths Methods Fortify study guide. So part A is a 1-mark question, pretty straightforward, and it says let x be a normally distributed random variable with mean 8 and variance 16. So I've actually just taken the liberty to find out our standard deviation from the variance. So standard deviation is equal to the square root of the variance, so square root of 16, which is equal to 4. Okay, so we're going to need this later. Part A says find the probability that x is less than 8. Now, 8 is our mean, which means we're looking for the probability everything on this side. Because 8 is our mean, that means that 50% of the data lies on either side of it, which means that the probability that x is less than 8 is equal to 0.5, which is our answer. So this is our first and only mark for part A. Pretty straightforward. Let's move on to part B. Part B is a little more tricky. It's a 2-mark question. And it says find the value of A where probability that x is less than 5 equals the probability that z is greater than A. Awesome. So first things first is we need to figure out where our x value is, which is at 5. So 6 would be there, so 5 would be here. And we're looking for the probability that x is less than that, right? So all the area here. Awesome. Now, I'm actually just going to get rid of this bit here. I'm going to need that. So we're looking for all of this area here, and we're also looking for the probability that z is greater than A. Okay, so these are our x values here, and our z values follow the standard normal distribution, right? Which means that we have a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. So like this. So these are our corresponding z values for these values. Now, if we're looking for the probability that x is less than 5, and we're also trying to find out the probability that z is greater than A, what we're actually doing is we're trying to find the probability that z is greater than A, right? So we have to recognize the symmetrical properties of this normal distribution and say that our z value is going to be somewhere in here, and this is going to be our A value, right? So our x value here would be, if this is 5, that means it's 1 further in from the standard deviation there, which means that would probably be 11 there. Right? Which means what we can actually do is use that and say that our relationship between our z and our x is equal to x minus mu over standard deviation. Now, we're trying to find our z value at 11, right? So we know that our x value is 11, we know that our mu is 8, and we know that our standard deviation is 4, right? So that's where this comes in. So if you ever have a variance, what you actually want to do is figure out the standard deviation based on that. Now, 11 take 8 is 3, and that's over 4, which means that our z value at this point here at 11 is 3 on 4, which means that our A equals 3 on 4. Okay, so that's our final answer. Now, a little hard to determine where the marks come, but I would say that drawing this and showing that you know what's going on is your first mark. And then your second mark comes from stating that A is equal to 3 on 4. So guys, that's your second mark there. And that's it for MM412. If you have any questions about any of this, please hit me up in the comments below. But otherwise, thanks for watching and have an awesome day.